Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, using their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away. ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Hey Indian fans! United First Credit Union has been helping people afford life since 1943. Our free online banking and mobile app make it easy to check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills. And we offer some of the lowest loan rates in town. Joining our credit union is easy. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone. So stop in and experience the credit union difference. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
The Running Bear Outpost, located in the heart of Traders Hill Campground in Folkestone, Georgia at 1388 Tracy's Ferry Road, just yards from the St. Mary's River where there's great fishing, boating, beach fun, and more. We have all of your camping needs from ice and snow cones to bull peanuts, drinks, snacks, and so much more. Charcoal, Coleman fuel, and camping supplies. Come and join the river or camp with us under these peaceful, majestic oaks for just $20 a night, full hookup for RVs and campers, or $10 a night for tent camping. We look forward to seeing you in the Running Bear Outpost. Come out and relax a spell. Good evening and welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. I'm Adam Bell along with head coach Russ Murray of our Charlton County Indians. Big win a couple of Friday nights ago, Coach, against Brantley County. We started off hot and never let off the gas. It was a fun night.
Yeah, it was. It certainly was. It's always fun, it being an opening game, but also getting a win. I mean, it made it, I know this isn't the right word, but more funner. It was fun. It was real fun. The kids did great, and I was proud of their effort. They've been great both on and off the field this year, and the coaches really worked their butts off, and put the right guys in the right spots, and I was proud of the way it turned out.
It really did. I mean, they were clicking on all cylinders, started from the kickoff, and you guys never let up. And I was telling Coach Phillips that the other night at the quarterback club meeting that it seemed like the offense, y'all kept going. There was no holding back.
Well, that's right. A lot of times, I mean, if you watch any football, know anything about the game, a big play will cause another big play to happen. Just feeds off of that. And that was a stretch there where we got the safety, and we turned around and returned the kickoff for a touchdown from the safety. It was just bam, bam. That is just, the kids get excited. That's what I was, very happy about, is how excited they got last week. That's something that we hadn't had in a while, and it just, they're older and they love feeling that.
I know we're going to hit on stats in just a minute. I'm going to bring up King, your quarterback. Sophomore quarterback is, you had the freshman year where everybody on the team basically got initiated by fire. Comes out opening night here on 2020 and throws for almost 63%, over 63% passing his first night out.
Yeah, he was. I got him here as 14 for 22. He did have that one interception. He threw for 150 yards and had a TD, and there was a couple more TDs that were dropped.
Yeah.
Glenn Hughes does a great job keeping up with our stats, so these pretty much are official stats. And he's gotten better both mentally and physically, and he really works, and he works hard out there at practice, and Coach Phillips really works with him, and they're getting a good relationship, and I'm proud about how he's progressing. He'll tell you, and he's still got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
But he's getting there. You know, he's throwing some good. He's really spinning that thing at practice, and I'm happy to see what he's doing, how he's progressing.
I was really impressed with his poise. There was one particular play that got called back because of a flag, but he was under huge pressure, rolled out around the pressure, and found, I believe it was Najee
Smith, going
down the sideline. I mean, that was a tremendous poise
yeah,
on that play.
That was a great play, and you know, on his part, and you know, it messed up from the beginning. Our tackle, they did a little twist, and our tackle chased the guy, which is a no-no. You're not offensive line coach. You don't chase somebody in pass pro. You let them come to you, because as soon as you go chasing him, somebody will get the spot, and that's what happened. And Khalil did everything to get back there to him, and he did hit the guy in the back, but that was just great. You know, a great play by Jalen and Najee staying with. They did the scramble drill pretty good, and you know, I hate that it got called back, but rules are rules.
It was a pretty play.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he came out of that, all that pressure, rolled around, and was definitely a highlight. I know y'all went over that in the quarterback club meeting, and if you want to see a really unique perspective on Indians football, come up to the quarterback club meetings on the Tuesday after a football game, and the coaching staff breaks it down. It's really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Y'all need to come up here and watch that. You have some other stats you want to hit on, Coach, on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, I mean, let's see. Well, Tony, we didn't rush a lot. You know, we didn't have a lot of rushes, but Tony Cobb rushed for 38 yards, and he got that TD. He also returned a kickoff for a touchdown. You know, we've got 6 different players called a ball. You know, and
Spreading it around.
Yeah, and that's something that Jalen's doing a better job with. Last year, it seemed like he just go to one or two guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got 6 guys catching the ball. So, and every one of these guys they got some capabilities of making big plays.
Yeah.
You know, so hopefully he can get it to the right one at the right time. You know, and I you know, that's one thing we can look at. You know, and
it makes that hard on the defense too when they're spreading the ball around like that, because you can't really lock in on one guy.
That's right.
You have to stay honest on defense.
That's right. It would be nice if we had us a 5-star receiver. We don't have one, you know. But what is nice about not having one is you got to rely on everybody else.
Right.
And we spread them wide and go to the guy that's open. You know, that's what Jalen's got to recognize. The guy that's open. If he does that, he'll be fine.
It was a great night that night. Yeah, talk about the crowd. We had a good crowd in there. It was everybody was kind of concerned about opening night, COVID, and all that. We've already been through all that.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was a great night, fun night.
Yeah, Coach Cruz said he wanted to sell tickets. You know, we'd been waiting a long time, and you know, a lot of schools have rules on stuff, and it's not that we're not being careful with the virus. I mean, you know, if you look, there were people kind of sitting in pods. You know,
yeah, they were.
Families were sitting in pods and had masks on and things like that. You know, but people are ready to see some live action and something.
Yeah.
And we're the game going on right now. So, you know, I'm glad they came, and our boys recognized it. You know, I had a phone call after the game, and it was a text. The guy said, "Hey, Coach, your boys are up here at Burger King." And my heart just dropped. I said, "Okay, who is it? What they do?" That's the first thing I said, you know. And while I was saying that, he sent me another text. He goes, "They're going around telling everybody thank you for coming to the game."
That's
and stuff
awesome.
like that. Oh yeah, it's real awesome. And you know, I went from worrying, you know, and just getting a big smile on my face because you know, they recognize, you know, they're growing. You know, they're growing as
Growing up.
going in young men. And I told them today after practice, I really appreciated how they were doing. You know, in school, they're coming to school, they're not getting in trouble. You know. And that makes us proud. We want to win ball games, but you know, we want to do things the right way too.
You want to do it the right way. You want them to be young men first.
That's right, and they're doing a good job with that. And that, you know, they really knew that the crowd was there. You know, we didn't have a lot of crowds last year, and they left. And you know, you're there, they're going to play hard. So just keep coming out.
And the crowd stuck around Friday night. Now, I was telling, I had Sammy Hendricks joined CSN.
Yeah, he did a good job. I listened to it.
He was up there with us, and we had a blast. And we were talking about how fun it was Friday night. I mean, everything was so relaxed. The fans were into it, and you were right. They were kind of in pods, you know, in their little family groups in the stands. And you always got the fence walkers.
Oh yeah, to keep the policemen busy.
They keeps them hopping, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Coach, on the defensive side of the ball, we had some big plays. A lot of big plays on the defensive
Yeah,
side.
we did. We had a surprise. I mean, this kid's a junior, and I was watching him Thursday, and and I was watching him Thursday before the game, and I go, golly, he is so small, But I tell you what, he's a wiry thing. It's Nathan Johnson, number 44. He ended up getting 9 solo tackles and 2 assists. I mean, he was flying around, and he was, and I think he scored one of the safeties, tackled a guy for a safety. He's a wrestler, and he gets after it with that sport, and Coach Cisco does a great job with both he and his brother with that, and he attacks out here. We can't account for him out at practice sometimes, and then we got 2 big old boys on the offensive line, and they outweigh. There are 2 of him, and he still gets in there and makes plays, and of course he wasn't the only one. There was several guys. Craig Carlisle ended up with 6 tackles and 2 assists from the playing line. And Jalen Lilly, he had some big hits. He had one of those, as Coach Jones liked to call, a snot bubble. And I don't know if you know the quarterback. A snot bubble.
Snot bubble. Okay.
He hit their quarterback. The quarterback faked it and then followed up, and he did get about 3 yards, but he paid for those 3 yards.
He felt those 3 yards.
Yeah,
after
you can see it, and y'all did a real good job covering it. But that was something I saw played on Facebook. Somebody recorded it, and they played it over and over again. But overall, defensively, I mean, they did a great job. They only gave up, I think, about 50 yards total of offense. They had negative 4 yards rushing. Brantley did, and passing they had 54. So they had 50 yards offense. So that's a great job. So offensively and defensively, we did pretty well. And this is what coaches like to talk about as a total team victory. We had special teams too. We scored on defense, offense, and on special teams.
You had a punt coverage, outstanding kickoff returns, coverage. Everything was clicking.
Yep. I mean, we had just on punt returns. I was looking at here just a second ago. What was the punt returns or? I think we had on kickoff returns alone, we had 172 yards just on kickoff returns. That was only 3 returns. We had the kickoff, opening kickoff, and we had the 2 after the safety.
Right.
And we scored on 2 of them. So I was proud about that. Now, we probably would have scored on one of the punt returns, but our number 21 tackled our freshman, Jamari Hamilton. You can really see him do that, but anyway.
Jamar was doing good. Jamar had a good night.
Jamar's going to be a special player, I think. He's dealing with the freshman, typical freshman stuff, but I believe he's going to be a special player for us. He's going to be one that, you're going to remember him and the Spears he wore.
He's going to be one of those names that sticks out through the next 4 years.
I believe so. He's a heck of a basketball player. Mr. McCoy said he may be the best basketball player that's come through here in 25 years. I remember seeing him play a little bit, but, I watched him play football.
Yeah.
But I'll beat his basketball game. I mean, he's definitely got some smooth moves about himself. So I'm excited for him.
A lot of young guys, and they're maturing so fast. We've got we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Long County this Friday night. Anything else you want to hit on before we leave Brantley?
Well, just real quick,
It's your show, Coach.
Everybody was excited, and the fans and our kids. I think that night just kind of was a culmination of everything that been going on in the off season. Even last year, we had a lot of victories last year within the program that. We were playing with those young kids that we were checking off some things. The coaches were checking off, and it was good to see them get the win because they worked so hard in the off season. And they worked so hard. And had we not got hit by this pandemic, we were going to break some records. It'd been hard to do because we had some strong kids back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But we were going to do some special stuff in that weight room, and I think we still are. I mean, we had 6 guys bench over 300 or over on Friday. We always have a look at YMCA workout on Fridays. And
if we hadn't had that 3-month COVID break, telling where they'd be right now.
Yeah, I believe so. But anyway, that's it. I just think that it didn't take us by surprise. It didn't take us by maybe other people, but it was just kind of just counting everything that we have done up to this point. Yeah. And I was happy that we were able to achieve it. I mean, just because we it's there doesn't mean you're going to do it.
Right.
And the kids did a good job and bought into what we've got going on, and they won that day for us. They sure did.
You talk about that with the conditioning in the weight room, and you mentioned Nathan with the wrestling. All that comes together for football.
Yeah, I know nothing about that sport, but I do know it helps football players. I know that.
Yeah.
So
all right, Coach. Now we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment. We'll talk about the Long County Blue Tide after this. We'll be right back. Aldridge Insurance, located in Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. Four Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Call 912-496-7043 and we'll assist you with any floral need at Four Seasons Floral. Folkestone Auto Supply, located at 4439 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, is owned and operated by the Dasher family. They have everything you need, bumper to bumper, for domestic and foreign car parts. Big truck operators, they have you covered as well with belts, seals, hoses, welding supplies, and so much more. They even have lawnmower parts, blades, and accessories. Stop by today and see the whole crew. Big Sammy, Little Sammy, Miss Pam, Rocky, Stephen, Dave, and Miss Joe at Folkestone Auto Supply. Welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. Long County Friday night, Coach. Our Road Warriors going to be ripping and raring to go. I don't know if you know, is there an attendance limit up there in Long, or we just go?
I hadn't heard. Of course, every school system does different things. I actually have to talk to the superintendent tomorrow because I'm trying to. I think he's the president of their booster club too. Isn't that something? Yeah, so I got to work out on trying to get some, some food for the kids. But I don't know about that. But I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll post some stuff. I talked to their head coach today, JT Pollock, and he does a good job. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he used to be the Applin coach.
Okay.
And he did I thought he did a real good job there at Applin, and he just moved up the road there to Baxley. I mean, not to Baxley, to Ludowici, to Long County. And, Long County traditionally has not been a program that, is winning. I mean, it's hard once you get to that, once you've established winning, it's still hard to keep it going, but it's hard to establish it. And, I was talking today, he said, my kids just don't know how to win. But I tell you what, they sure do look good. They look like North Carolina dressed up. They had that Carolina blue.
That powder blue.
And, and they look good. They look good on the hoof. They got a big old offensive tackle, some great-looking cornerbacks and linebackers, and, they're going to be a formidable opponent. I mean, we're going to have to play full quarters to beat them. It's not, they're AAA size, and I'm looking for a good game. But our kids are excited. They're excited. The coaches are excited. I'm ready to go on the road, and let's see what we can do on the road. We didn't win one last year on the road.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how that goes because we got some big games later on the road that we're going to have to take care of business on. And
Every game in our region's a big
well,
game. There's
it's-
never a week
yeah,
off.
They're huge. They're huge. But you know, like I feel like everybody's battling for the fourth place in this region, and you know, we play a lot of the teams on the road this year. The big three, we play 2 of them on the road, and the teams are going to be battling for the 4th spot. You know, we play 2 of them on the road.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So anyway,
Well, we'll get it done, Coach. I have no doubt.
well,
I checked on Max Preps. You know how sometimes the stats over there aren't very reliable on Max Preps, but I did check it out. It seems like Long County runs the ball more than they throw.
well, they do. They spread out. They did like we used to do a lot of times before we didn't have a quarterback that could really chunk it. We'd spread people out so you can run it. You know, I mean, it makes sense if you don't have a lot of guys that can just barrel over people. Spread them out, and you know, let your athletes try to get it and run them around the corner. Or you got these huge gaps with your offensive line, maybe you could get through there. And they do run a lot. They ran it quite a lot. I went up to the game Friday, and of course I've seen film. They ran it a lot, but they'll throw it too now. You know, our secondary can't go to sleep. You know, any team's gonna throw it if you just kind of sit back. You know.
Yeah.
But they do a good job running the ball. And what you see, you said 146 averaging that a game. That's pretty good. 150 yards.
Yeah, some solid rushing.
Yeah.
The passing, like I said, I don't know how accurate that is, because with I know they scored 7 on Bacon and 21 on Berrien. So you'd think they'd have a few more yards than that.
Well, you know, both those games, I know the Berrien game, I think they were up 21-0.
Really?
And it just, the wheels fell off. They started, you know, they were on worst enemy. They were throwing the ball away and fumbling it, and Berrien was just capitalizing on those turnovers.
Yeah.
And Bacon, they jumped out and they scored first and made it 7-0. Then Bacon scores 33 unanswered points.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I really thought that, you know, after watching the beginning of the game, that Bacon was just, that Long was just going to roll that night. And Tide was going to roll, you know.
They came out
And
firing.
That's right. And but you know, Bacon looked good, boy. They had, I didn't know they wore black uniforms up. They were in all black. They kind of looked like Clinch County. They had red helmets and boy, they really stuffed them and were able to stop them.
Well, you know what Charlton's known for on the road is our road warriors, our family. We travel very well. So, and you're going to let me know about that.
Yeah, I will. Hopefully, you know, we'll get some of those road warriors back. You know, maybe they're excited enough to see live sports that they'll go on the road. You know, these kids are working hard. They're so much better. And I love them to death. I'd love them if they weren't winning, but they're buying into what we've got going on. You know, on the defense side of the ball, Coach Jones and Coach Wittenberg, Coach Swing, and Coach Young, they really work. They're buying into that. And on the offensive side, Coach Phillips and Brooks and Coach Lloyd, they've got them going on. And they're like I said, they're buying into what we're doing.
Right.
And that's all you can ask as a coach. And they're achieving, and they're really working hard. So, you know, when kids work hard, they deserve, you know, some admiration for it. And they get it, you know. Of course, we got to earn it. We know that. I mean, we're a school that's rich in tradition. You know, we gotta get our part. You know, we can't. We won 2 ball games. You know, no, we know what we have to do.
Right.
And but they're working hard. I wish you could see them working that weight room. My gosh, and they're really getting there. And I hope everybody gets to come out there. And I will plug this: the school. I'm sorry, the football field is the same place we played there years ago. Gosh, I don't know how long ago it was we played there, but you just turn on the red light there at the in Ludowici. Instead of turning left going to Claxton, you turn right and you end up going toward their high school. The football field's actually at their elementary school.
Oh, okay.
Near the baseball field. You went there and covered some
I've
baseball.
been there a few years ago with the baseball team.
Right. That's where in fact, Coach told me that's where we'll be dressing in, kind of like their baseball facility.
So for our road fans, when they go to Ludowici, at the light, left or right?
They'll take a right.
They're going to take the right.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was down there. It's been a few years, but I followed the Indians down there for a couple of games, the baseball Indians.
Right.
And so I'm pretty familiar with where that's at. But you talk about the fans coming back and the road warriors coming back. I'll tell you, if the quarterback club this year is any indication, we've gone. I know I attended meetings up here a few years ago there'd be 6 of us in the office
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
yeah. We'd meet.
You've
We'd
got
meet to go to
30 of them over there now.
Well, there
and,
were several of them. You know, I was surprised by the turnout. You know, it was an important meeting last week because we were talking about pregame meals. We had to get everything set with that, and the way the rules are with serving kids. You know, we had to make the plans because nobody outside of school could come and help. I mean, I served the Powerade. You know, I sat there and dipped Powerade for not dip.
So you're
but
serving
poured.
now.
Yeah, well, I had to. I mean, the coaches. That's fine. The coaches had to do that, and you know, it's different times. You know,
Yeah.
and we.
I'll be
But
glad when
there was a lot of folks there, and shoot, we need more members. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, these kids are, you know, there's things cost money. Believe me, they deserve some nice stuff and try to get what I get, but it costs money, and they need help. You know, and biggest, you know, people say, well, I don't have time, but you know, you have time to join the quarterback club.
Yeah.
You know, we'll take your money.
I heard
and
that.
it'll go a long ways.
And it's just
really will.
$50. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, if we're-
nowadays you blow that on dinner.
Oh yeah, that's no doubt, and you know, and it's for a good cause. I mean, I joined the quarterback club. I mean, you know, I pay $50. You know,
Yeah,
people.
and you're the head coach.
Yeah, you know, and you know, and there's several coaches that do, and you know, just think about y'all consider that, and it's a good organization.
We're a lady trying to work in here, Coach. The
Miss Betty, she does a great job in here
she
keeping
does.
this
She
faith
does.
clean.
I think she made an incognito appearance on the virtual graduation we did last year.
Oh,
too.
did she?
Yeah, I think she did.
We can ask her to be on. She's so shy. She would die if we called her over here to be on it. But as far as the quarterback club meeting, we meet every Tuesday, but we're not meeting this Tuesday because we didn't play a game last week. And
Right, we're not meeting tomorrow.
Right, that's right. We'll meet Tuesday after the games, and we'll run some film. Coach Jones, the defense coordinator, Coach Phillips, the offense coordinator, are usually here, and they talk about different things. You know, either we'll have a highlight film or we'll just go over a game film. And a lot of people like that, you know, because they look at the perspective we do. Because, you know, I won't even, well, I do now, but back in the days, I never even watched the football. I was always watching, you know, the defense on the other team, you know, trying to
And
break
the
them
line.
down, and I was trying to watch our guy watching the line.
Yeah.
And you know, we just coach looks at film a little bit differently, and y'all can kind of see how we look at film and break it down and so what.
Well, that's what I enjoy about it, the meetings, the way you do them with the going over the film and everything. Because as a broadcaster and me having a son that was quarterback, I usually look at the skill guys.
Right.
And you guys, y'all bring it all together as a package and talk about what the linemen are doing, the defensive
that's right.
linemen are doing, their assignments and everything. It's
I
really unique.
I never even looked at the secondary back when I was coaching offensive line. I mean, I don't care if they were in cover 2 or they were man. I didn't care. And I'm worried about who was in the box. You know, I'm worried about this. You know, this tackle's on this end's on this. You know, what gap's open? Is it A or B? Or we see what hole's open. And that's what we talk about all the time. Usually that's what we try to think about is, first series, Coach Lloyd is looking for, what gap can we run it to? Weak side, what's open? The strong side, what's open? And, and the other guys are worried about what routes are good for passes,
So that's where you come in now, though. You bring all that together.
Well, I don't know.
You sure did last Friday night.
I towed a horn. That's what I do. But no, I'm so fortunate to have a bunch of great guys that work for me. We got some phenomenal coaches. I've said this the other day. Class A does not have a group of coaches I don't believe like I have. So knowledgeable and I'm just so lucky to have them. They're working hard. They've got a common goal. Hey, we want us to be great again. We want to win that day and get us back to where we were. Having former players really helps. Coach Phillips and Coach Lloyd and Coach Young, they bring some of that old school stuff. Back when I was coaching, I coached all of them, and they had that. And Coach Jones, oh my gosh,
what's that like, coaching guys that you used to coach with guys you used to coach?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just like everything
Business
else,
as usual.
I mean, it's you look at them, you're proud of them and things like that. But they're grown men now, and they went on, and each of them kind of went their own route. Dusty, he went off to college in Tennessee, and he got married, coached up there, and coached up in North Georgia. And he decided it was time for him to come home. He came home, and Brian joined the military and was in there for a while, and decided to get in teaching. And he came home, And in fact, Brian was the first one I went after when I got the head job. I wanted him to be my offensive line coach, and he's getting better with the offensive line stuff. But he'll tell you right now, he still needs to learn a lot of stuff, just like I never knew it all. But what I had him for is what he brought, what he learned through this program. And Coach Young, he's on the defensive side this year. He was a great linebacker for us. He went off and played college baseball, and he was a great baseball player here at the school, if y'all remember. But he went and he was up there. I think he was helping Prince Avenue last year, and he decided he wanted to come home. And I'm so glad to have them. And then the kids we have, they're just such a great group. Compared to years past, not last year, but years past. I mean, I'm looking at discipline at school's way down, and with those kids, it's just a different set of kids. And coming to school, man, they come to school all the time. I mean, I used to sit here and check, but now they know. We one of the things, we hold them accountable for their behavior, and if they don't make it to school on time, it's like missing practice. They'll be flipping a tire out there. And all kids, I believe this, all kids want to do right, and they want to please you. All kids do, even the worst of the worst, but you just got to make it important to them. Yeah. And we've got a good group of kids that are doing that, and I think that'll take them further. I think that's the reason why we had that win the other day. It was just how they worked hard in the off season. Hey, many people would have quit. 1-9, I'm not playing next year. Heck with this, because this is what we got coming back. But they bought into what we had going. They bought into what we had going, and they really worked hard. And I'm super proud of them. And they're going to achieve some more things. Can't guarantee wins at all, but I can guarantee that I'll have them ready to play hard, and I can guarantee that they'll play hard.
There you go.
And sometimes the other guy's just better than you are, but you can still play hard. As a coach, that's all you want. You want to play hard. At the end of the day, if they've done everything they can, then they did win that day.
Yeah,
they won it. If they they put everything into it, then they won, and that's all I want them to do.
You know what? We're going to end it on that.
That's
I don't
good.
think we could top that right there,
good.
Coach. We need everybody there in Little Witchy. Go to the red light, make a right, kick off at 7:30.
Yes, sir.
Kick off at 7:30 Friday night. We'll see y'all there. Thank you for watching the Coach Murray Show on the Charlton Sports Network.
Thanks for you, Adam.
Charlton Electric, now serving Charlton and surrounding counties. With over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services, our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades, mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixture installations, and much more. Call us today for an estimate at 912-276-7661.
Tri-City Insurance is a proud sponsor of Maiden Softball and Indians Baseball. Give them a call today for all of your insurance needs at 912-496-0020.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve, standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
Gant AC Heat and Electric, located at 141 West Love Street in Folkestone, Georgia. They service all makes and models of air conditioning and heating units, electric and plumbing supplies, blown installation, appliance parts and service, as well as sheet metal products. Gant is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. Go Indians and the Band of Pride. Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive